Have you ever just sat down on the couch, just pulled out your phone and just had a little scroll? Had a quick little scroll. And then you check your watch and you realize it's been an hour. Where did all of that time go? It feels like you just deactivated your brain, entered power saver mode, and just pressed fast forward on life. This is why it feels like your phone speeds up time and how you can slow down time by using your technology more effectively. Think about airplanes. Think about these airplanes for long haul trips, for those flights that are about 8 hours or more. They always have these screens on the back of the chairs. Why do they have screens on the back of the chairs? They have them there so that you can watch TV, so you can watch TV, movies, play games, do anything possible to kill time, to just make sure the time passes as quickly as possible. Now, these TVs, they've been around forever, for way, way, way longer than your phone has been around for. These were a fantastic way for people to just get through a really long haul flight so they don't have to worry about sitting there becoming really bored, becoming anxious and doing something crazy. Now we have the exact same thing, but just in our back pockets. Whenever we have the smallest, slightest inclination of feeling bored, we know, oh, thank God I have a TV screen in front of me at all times. I can just do something on that. I can just make sure I'm watching a TV show or I'm scrolling something or I'm playing a video game. Anything from being bored. We've basically put a airplane TV screen in front of our faces at all times so that we can never feel bored. But what was the purpose of that TV screen in the first place? The purpose was to kill time. The purpose was to make sure that that time feels as quick as possible. So you might be sitting in a chair for 8 hours, but it doesn't feel like that. The time flies by as you fly to a different country. Your phone is now serving the exact same purpose. It serves the purpose of deactivating your brain so you don't have to think, so you don't have to do anything, and you can just sit there and just pass time and just kill time. So God forbid you get bored, you know, it's there. I don't have to worry about being bored. How often do you hear people say, I would do this, but I don't have the time. I don't have the time for this. I don't have the time for that. If only I had more time. And then you look at their screen time. You look at what's happening on their phone and you realize, hey, there's 20 hours a week. Seems like you do have the time. It's just you don't have the time to do the things that matter. Because we forget how much time we really spend on our phones. Your phone is just so amazing at consuming your time. And the reason for that is because it's fun. It's really fun to be on your phone. When you're scrolling, you're always seeing fun, interesting stuff. You're getting that quick hit of dopamine. Exactly what you would receive if you were watching a movie on that airplane screen or watching that TV show or playing that video game. It's the exact same thing. It's really fun. It gives you that hit of dopamine, so the time absolutely flies by. Now, that's fantastic if you're sitting on an airplane for 15 hours, but if you're just going about your day-to-day life, but you have this little thing constantly deactivating your brain and letting you travel through time more quickly, is that what you want? Is that really what you're looking for? Are you looking for a way to pass the time quickly, to kill time? Probably not. I would say for the vast majority of us, we're not trying to kill time. So what is happening when we're constantly killing time, when we're constantly passing time with our screens, with all these amazing fun things on our phone? Well, what happens is we go from an active person to a reactive person. You go from someone who's actively making choices and making decisions to someone who's living very passively. You go about your day, I'm bored, phone out, boom, 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 let me scroll. All right, let me do a bit of work, let me do the things I have to do. All right, phone out, scroll, scroll, scroll. Oh, the day's done. All right, time for bed. All right, let me wake up. Oh, what do I want to do? I want to start scrolling. Scroll, scroll, scroll. And you become super reactive, super passive. How many active decisions can you make if you're constantly consuming on your phone? Probably very few. And if you thought about what are the decisions that I need to make to have a great year this year, to get to my goals, it probably requires a bit of active thinking, a bit of active decision making. If you're in autopilot mode, you're going to move towards your monkey brain. You're going to move towards doing things that are impulsive, that are easy, because we're just survival creatures. We're creatures of comfort. So when you're reactive, you're always going to choose comfort. You're always going to choose safety because biologically we're wired to search and seek comfort and safety because this is what keeps you alive. But this is no longer what we require. But with that constant deactivation of your brain, with that moving through time quickly in a reactive manner, you're always moving towards comfort. You're always moving towards safety. And if you're always moving towards comfort and safety, What are you going to accomplish? What are you going to get done? Probably not what you want to do. If you're seeking comfort and safety, you're probably going to be spending a lot of time eating junk food. You're going to probably be spending a lot of time sitting on the couch. You're probably not going to be working out. You're probably not going to be talking to those people. You're probably not going to be starting those businesses or doing those things that require a bit of risk, require a bit of thinking, require a bit of active thought. You're not doing any of those things. And when you have your phone in place so that you're constantly distracted, so that you're constantly doing things to deactivate your brain and kill your time, you are going to become someone who probably doesn't accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. So what is the solution to all this? What is the solution to making sure that I don't just plow hours and hours and hours of time, my entire life into my phone and living passively? Well, the solution for this, in my opinion, is removing the online entertainment. This is something that I've done for over 9 months now. Been a total game changer. When you remove the online entertainment, what you're going to notice straight away is that crushing feeling of boredom. That feeling you probably haven't felt for years. What happens after you're bored for a few minutes? You're going to search for something to do. You're going to search for a way to not be bored, but you have no online entertainment. So what can you do? Well, in my opinion, online entertainment is the lowest ROI activity thing that you can possibly do. The thing that is going to yield the least results. So therefore, if you're removing something that is yielding the least results, then you can only replace it with something that is more productive. You can only replace it with something that is going to move you a little bit closer to your goals, or at least to be a bit more productive. So if you have that crushing feeling of boredom and you go, I can't use online entertainment, what am I going to do? You might have a look at that guitar in the corner that's been collecting dust and think, well, maybe I should start playing the guitar. Or you might think, it might be interesting to learn a new language. Or you might be thinking, yeah, I guess I probably should work out. Or I guess I probably should go for that run. Or you might be thinking, well, I guess I do have time to meal prep or to actually cook healthy meals. You're probably going to start to do things that are slightly more productive. Do things that aren't completely turning off your brain and entering power saver mode where you just travel through time in a reactive way. It's quite ridiculous what you can actually accomplish once you remove the online entertainment. Once you realize, oh, I actually have to find other things to do that aren't incredibly impulsive and short-term thinking. I have to actually not be a super reactive person. I can't just constantly cave into my desires and my impulses. I have to actually do something that is slightly more meaningful, something that maybe is moving me towards my goals. And damn, what a terrible feeling. I have to move towards my goals. I have to do something more productive. Sounds pretty good to me. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to be bored for a few days maybe because you don't have that pure, massive rush of dopamine. But what happens, like everything in life, you're going to get used to it. You get used to being more productive. You get used to doing more meaningful activities. And then what happens? Well, your brain has to start adjusting and your brain starts enjoying those activities. In fact, it starts enjoying those activities as much as it was enjoying that quick hit of dopamine that you were getting from your phone. And now what have you done? Well, I guess you've kind of rewired your brain to love doing more challenging things, to love doing things that are moving you towards your goals. This is the greatest way that I've found to put yourself back in the driver's seat of your life, start attacking those goals, start removing those impulsive behaviors, becoming active, not reactive, making proper changes. Now you can do this by yourself. You can do it through the willpower way of, I'm going to get rid of everything and I'm going to be amazing and it's going to be fantastic. And then 2 days later you go, I kind of want to go on TikTok now. Or you can join my community. I can show you exactly how I remove online entertainment without requiring any willpower whatsoever. If that's interesting to you, I'm going to leave a link in the description below for that. If you liked the video, if you found it interesting, that's what the like button's for. Subscribe to the channel. There's probably a video somewhere around here that you might be interested in. I'll see you in one of those.